Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing safe. Just waiting for some more people to join in and then we can start with the session. Also, let me know if I'm audible in the comment section, please. Okay, I've got one or two yeses for the audible thing. Thank you for letting me know this. Just waiting for 30 more seconds so that many people can join. Okay, great. We have enough people now. So we can start the session. Our guest for the day is Rajan Arora, who is currently studying in NIT Jalandhar, and his stream is Electronics and Communication Engineering. So currently, he's doing internship with American Express, and his profile is Programmer Analyst. Prior to this, he was working with ISRO as a software engineer intern. Uh, so even after coming from EC background, he had a passion for programming and doing solving coding problems ever since, and that is why he's a five-star coder on CodeChef and an expert on Code Forces. How Geeks for Geeks helped him is he took up various test series uh, on Geeks for Geeks, and he kind of practiced all those, and that's how it also played a part in getting internship at Amex. Yes, I think we should start our conversation with him. And whoever wants to ask any questions, you can always comment. And I'm sure he'll take up all your queries, and the session will be helpful to you. Apart from this, we have attached his LinkedIn profile in the YouTube description below if you want to follow him. Or if you have any more questions that get unanswered, then you can anytime text him on LinkedIn.
Yeah, hi Siddha.
Hi, Rajan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you so much for inviting me on your platform.
You're welcome. So, how's it going? Has your
Yeah, it's
internship
going
started,
really
or
well.
is it? Yeah.
It's going really well, and my internship will start from January to June.
Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah. My first question to you would be, how did you get to know about this job?
So it was a sort. It can be called as a sort of on-campus opportunity. It was actually a pool drive of some group of colleges, and I was recruited through an event called Amex, which is the annual hiring event of American Express.
Okay. Okay. Great. Can you tell us more about the rounds of interviews and how long did the process last?
In total, there were 4 rounds of interviews, out of which one round was a coding round and three were interview rounds. Moving on to the interview rounds, there were two technical interviews and one technical plus HR interview. And so the first coding round had nearly 4 questions. and most of them were like data centric and not based on problem solving. They were based on real life problems. And round one was a technical interview, I guess. And in this round, I was grilled upon my resume. And the round mostly revolved around my previous internship experience at ISRO. Apart from my previous work experience, I was also asked questions on Python. And in Python, I was basically asked questions about the pandas libraries. Apart from that, I was asked some SQL queries and one or two puzzles in the first round. Moving on to the second round, in second round also was somewhat similar because I was grilled on my resume, and in this round also I was asked about which roles interest me about the company and what were the roles being offered. After that, we had a healthy discussion on what were my projects and about the culture of the company. And at the end, I was asked a puzzle and a guesstimate. And the third round was technical cum HR round. In this round, I was not mostly asked. I was like told about the culture of the company, how different things work in the company, and what tech stacks they use. And in this round, I was asked about which roles interest me, like which roles were being offered by the company and which roles interest me. After that, at the end, I was again asked the puzzles. So I would say that puzzles and guesstimates are really important if you want to crack this company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a pro tip, everybody whoever is watching, that guesstimates are really important, and you should practice them as much as you can. Um, Next thing is, what should one exactly keep in mind while opting for these internships and project ideas? Like, you yourself bagged an internship at ISRO, and that is really cool. So how can our viewers also, uh, grab this opportunity?
The first thing which one has to keep in mind while opting for internships, that an organization will only offer you internships if you have some really good projects, and the projects should be somewhat like which have an impact on the society. Like, you should always mention what impact your project has on the society. For example, if you have developed an app, so you should write the exact figures, like how many users in present world are using my app, or how many users visit my website regularly. So that is what will like attract the recruiter to hire you and provide you an opportunity for the internship. The second thing which one has to keep in mind, that one should always not like look for direct monetary benefits, like how much stipend the company is offering, because these days there are some startups which offer really good work, but the startups usually offer like really less stipend, but the quality of work they offer is really like amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay. And coming on to your projects, what were the project that you worked on? And also, this I want to know personally, because resumes are made by almost everybody, and everyone tries to make as good as he or she can. So what extra did you put on your resume to make it look very appealing and different from the rest?
Okay. So most of my projects were from the domain of data science and machine learning. And I think this is what gave me an extra edge over the other candidates, because the roles that were being offered by the American Express were somewhat similar to data analysis only. And moreover, my previous internship was at ISRO, and in that internship also I worked on a project which was related to data science and machine learning, which just acted like a cherry on the cake. And moving on to the resume part, I would say that in my resume, the like most attractive thing was my previous work experience at ISRO. And my previous work experience at ISRO had like my projects which I have worked on ISRO, which were mainly related to data science and machine learning only. And other than that, what I had, I think that made my resume outshine the others was my achievement section, because like my achievement section was full of 2 digit and 3 digit ranks on various programming contests. Like it was full of various programming contests like Google Kickstart, Code Chef, Code Forces ranks.
Okay. Great. And when did you start preparing for the whole interview process? And when do you think a person should exactly start preparing for it?
Like there's no hard and fast rule. Like there's no hard and fast rule that why when should one start preparing for the interview. It's just that when you feel like you are confident enough that you can like start with everything at a single time, at that time you can start preparing for the interview. Like I started preparing approx 6 months before the arrival of the companies on campus, and before that I practiced for nearly 1.5 years on problem solving.
Okay. So you can say it was 1.5 year of preparation.
Yeah, 1.5 year of preparation, but like the hardcore preparation which we can say for the interview was started 6 months before the process.
Okay, fair enough. And did you have any preparation strategy? If yes, what was it? If no, then does do people have this strategy or not, or just they should just go randomly and give start giving the interviews?
It's really good if you prepare a preparation strategy for yourself before appearing for interviews, but it's not like that you should copy any preparation strategy or maybe like follow some roadmap from the internet, because if one preparation strategy works for one, it may or may not work for others. So I would say that prepare your own preparation strategy, prepare your own timetable and work according to that. Also, like what I followed was that I practiced approx 10 to 15 questions on daily basis from Geeks for Geeks. I barely missed any contest on Codeforces and CodeChef from the past 1.5 year, and along with that I focused on some core CS fundamental subjects as well, which were OS and DBMS regularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking from the comments, how should be the preparation? Like, what should they prepare? What should be the topics?
Okay. So the basic, so the first priority should always be data structures and algorithms. And after that, you should move on to core CS fundamental subjects like operating systems, database management systems. After that, you should study SQL language. After that, if we talk about computer networks, then it is company specific. Most of the companies don't ask computer networks in their interviews, and for talking about system design, they really don't expect a candidate to know system design in a final year. So if you are applying for some companies like maybe Cisco or Airtel X Labs, they may ask you computer networks, but most of the companies don't ask computer networks. DSA, OS, and DBMS, with DSA being the topmost priority, is enough for a normal company.
Okay. And what were your sources for DSA?
My sources were for DSM. So I studied various articles from Geeks for Geeks. Like I had prepared a list that what topics I need to study and in what order I will be studying them. So I read various articles from Geeks for Geeks, and the questions also I was practicing on Geeks for Geeks and LeetCode only. Like I have solved nearly 1,000 plus questions on Geeks for Geeks till now.
Oh wow, great. So I guess solving as much as a person can is the only way out if they want to
Yeah.
crack a good interview. Yeah. Guys, if you have any questions, then you can go ahead and put them up in the comment section. I'll take them up one by one. Okay, so someone says, I'm in third year. Is it too late to start?
No, no, it's not too late to start. It's like when start your preparation as early as possible, but that's not an issue. You can start in your third year also. Just it's just that you'll have to put some extra efforts into your preparation. So currently you shouldn't think about getting an internship right now, because I think it's a bit late for preparing for an internship. But you should focus on a full-time preparation. You have an year, you can prepare a lot for your full time.
Okay. Kriti says congratulations. And what coding questions were you asked?
Yeah. The coding questions asked in the first interview were basically on data structures, and the first question was on linked list, I guess, like finding cycle in a linked list and removing it. And the second question, I guess, was on stack, and it's a famous question known as the histogram problem, where we have to find the maximum area in a histogram. Yeah, you can
Okay.
find both these questions on Geeks for Geeks website.
Okay. Great. Shyamla wants to know what are the skills needed for resume as a non-CFC student.
The topmost skill that you need for a non-CSE student is the ability to solve problems. That is a problem solving skills, which means that you need to be well versed with your data structures and algorithms. And after that, you need to be well versed with core CS fundamental subjects, which are OS and DBMS. And apart from that, you need to choose a specific domain in which you will be building your projects. You may choose any, like WebD or maybe Android or data science. That's purely your choice. That doesn't like matter much.
Okay. Yash is saying, is development equally as important as DSA for placements?
Yes, it is as equally important as DSA for placements, but the first round that you will be tested on is will be completely based on DSA, and the second round may involve some of the development part. Like you will be asked about the projects mostly in the second rounds, but to go through your coding rounds and the technical interview one, you need to be well versed with data structures and algorithms.
Okay. Okay, so there's one more. Just hold. What type of projects we need? Can it be simple?
Yeah, so talking about the projects, if you're building like really simple projects, then it's fine. But like recruiter won't be much interested in going for a simple project because most of the simple projects don't have any impact on the society. So, for example, if you build a Sudoku solver, so there are lots of Sudoku solvers already present on the internet, and there is no impact of your project. So it's better to build a single project, but it should be impactful. It should be meaningful to the society.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Teja wants to know how should he prepare for campus interviews and for what role companies will hire freshers and off campus.
Yeah. Most first of all, answering how should you prepare for the campus interview. So like if you are in your final year currently, so companies may have started visiting your campus, or may be if they have not visited yet, they'll start visiting the campus in a month. So you should like start revising all the things, revise all your core CS fundamental subjects, and start revising your DSA and the standard DSA problems that are usually asked in the interviews. Read previous interview experiences on the GFG website before appearing for any company, and start revising the whole thing. It's not the time to start something new. You should revise all the previous things that you have started. And for what role companies may hire, company hires for different roles. Most of the company hire for the role of a software developer, and some companies hire for the role of analyst as well.
Uh,
What does a
what a what does a programmer analyst intern do?
Yeah. So basically, I'm into credit and fraud risk department at American Express. And what programmer analyst does is that it gather it. We are provided with a data set from the company, and we have to provide meaningful insights from the data. We have to analyze the data and the patterns inside the data, and we have to provide meaningful insights to the company that how this data can be useful to the organization.
Okay, okay. Parminder wants to know, uh, can we hope for selection in FTE if we don't have any internship experience?
Yes, sure, Parminder. You can, of course, hope for selection in FT if you don't have internship experience, because these days a recruiter wants to see your personal projects. Like, it is really it gives you an edge if you have a previous work experience, but it doesn't really matter if you have a work experience or not. You can gain work experience by joining as a fresher also, and you can equally get good opportunities as the ones who have previous internship experience.
Okay. Um, One last question that we're going to address today is this one. How did you keep yourself motivated during the preparation?
So talking about motivation, nobody else can motivate you. There is no thing sort of external motivation. You need to work for yourself. You don't need to work for your parents, not for your family, not for your friends. At the end of day, you will be staying with yourself. So you need to work for yourself only. That is what will keep you motivated all the time.
Right. I completely agree with this. I think that's it. You've very descriptively answered to all the questions, and I hope that our viewers' queries have been resolved. If not, like I told you initially before beginning the session, that we have attached a link to his LinkedIn profile in the YouTube description. You can anytime check it out and directly message him with all your queries. Okay. If there is any piece of advice, Rajan, that you want to give to our viewers, then please go ahead. Rest, I
Yeah,
think
sure.
everything is pretty much covered.
Yeah, sure. The one piece of advice that I would like to give is don't lose hope and keep practicing as much as you can. Practice, solve as many problems as you can, and don't solve repetitive problems. Solve new problems every day, which involve new concepts. That will be the basic building blocks of your problem solving skills.
Right. Thank you, Rajan, for sparing your crucial time and talking to Geeks for Geeks and motivating so many students who are looking for getting placed in good companies. This means a lot to all of us. And it was really nice talking to you.
Yeah, same here, Cesar. It was like really nice talking to you.
Yeah. Okay, then, everybody, I wish you all the best, and to you, Rajan, I hope you get whatever you want in life, and thank you once again. Stay safe, everybody, and get vaccinated. See you again soon in next webinar. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.